more children are becoming infected with the virus. 12% of Bexar County's total cases are pediatric patients. Some of those cases are inside the children's shelter in San Antonio, where there is an outbreak.
Eyewitness News reporter Zach Briggs shares what's happening inside the home for abuse victims and children in crisis.
It is a shock. It's something that you are like, okay, so has occurred in our facility.
On July 15th, 2 youth at the children's shelter had fevers and tested positive for coronavirus. Anna East Miracle says a couple days later, everyone, including staff and youth, were tested. Overall, 11 out of 39 children contracted the virus.
We actually have an isolation hallway. And so we also have a go-to team, which just specifically works with those children who are in quote-unquote isolation.
Miracle says none of the youth who tested positive had to be hospitalized. The children's shelter is now moving forward with universal testing of every child. It's a collaboration with Metro Health and a private medical provider.
This was a recommendation also by Dr. June DeWoo with the San Antonio Metro Health District to test every 3 to 7 days children and youth and staff who have tested negative, and be able to make sure that there is no new, positive cases.
Dr. Anita Kurian with Metro Health says even with proper safety protocols in place, there's still a concern about the virus seeping into places such as shelters and schools.
Especially when you have this widespread community transmission happening, there is always a risk of a staffer bringing it in or a visitor bringing it into the facility.
Zach is live outside the children's shelter. Zach, have any staff members tested positive?
Well, Aaron, tonight we've learned that 5 staff members have indeed tested positive for the coronavirus. They're currently in isolation remotely. We also learned that the shelter here has stopped taking in new youth to avoid potential spread of the virus. We're live on the west side tonight. Zach Briggs, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.